I really need to get a tripod. Yo, what is good, my guys and gals? It's your boy LAMR. A few days ago, the Washington Post posted an opinion piece by music journalist Mark Weingarten titled, "Sorry rock fans, hip-hop is the only genre that matters right now." As you can probably guess, this article caused quite a bit of noise in the music industry, especially in the rock genre, the genre which I follow closely. But for the most part, I think he's right, and here's why.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. I don't really care if you cry. On the real, you should have never lied. It's all away.
Mark starts off his article by praising Kendrick Lamar for being the first non-classical or jazz recording to win a Pulitzer Prize. I think we can all agree that in itself is already game-changing. It legitimizes hip-hop as a mature music movement, and at the same time asserts its dominance over the rest of the music industry. Mark goes on to observe the aging rock music fan base. Although this is mostly true, there are still some young fans around, albeit much less than before, and some of them are really fucking cringy. Like, seriously, what the fuck is this, guys? Come on. The next part of this piece is about the hip-hop industry in a way that it works much differently from the rock genre. We all know and love the traditional album cycle. You know, you put out an album, you tour it worldwide if you're lucky, and you could even tour it multiple times. And then you usually leave 1-3 years between each cycle. Modern hip-hop is different, especially since the whole SoundCloud rap movement. We'll see tracks released every few months or even every few weeks. Mark calls this a musical newsfeed in real time, and I think he's right. Rap, by providing this constant content, can relate directly to current events rather than talking about events 6 months, a year and a half after they've happened on their album. It makes rap music seem much more relevant and relatable to the average listener. But I don't think you can completely dismiss the album format. These singles usually lack some sort of coherence, in my opinion. You can't forget about concept albums, which tell an incredible story only through music. When rap albums come out, they usually sound like a compilation more than anything else, and especially in trap music, where most albums have no common thread. Although there are notable exceptions like Kendrick Lamar, whose albums have an exceptional storyline, have a great common thread, and an overall dope sense of artistic direction. Mark also writes about how rock music has continuously been losing traction with anyone under 40, how guitar sales are down 30%, and how kids aren't starting garage bands anymore. Could the decline of rock be because of the lack of rock stars? I believe so. If you look at the popular music today, first of all, very little of it is actually rock. Take the Spotify Global Top 50 for example. There are basically no rock songs, and the only sort of guitar-driven music I could find was Shawn Mendes' In My Blood at number 30. Rock has pretty much been ousted from the top charts. Maybe rock has declined so much because it fails to renew itself. Maybe kids were tired of looking up to the same old Slashes, Angus Youngs, Jimi Hendrixes, and so on and so forth. Maybe kids dropped the guitar because they wanted to do something different. Maybe kids today feel like rock stars don't represent them anymore. Maybe kids today can't or won't stray away from classic rock bands. How many small rock or metal bands do we all know that are so innovative and so thinking outside of the box, but they're just not hitting mainstream levels of exposure? Maybe rock is addicted to nostalgia, or maybe I'm just being salty and rock and guitar-driven music in general is declining. Rock just isn't that innovative anymore. People look for fresh new sounds elsewhere, and you have trap rap, whatever you think of it, is still fairly new, fairly innovative, and fairly fresh to the ears. And it's served on a silver platter on almost all streaming platforms. I mean, just look at YouTube front page, you'll see Lil Pump, Lil Uzi Vert everywhere. Trap especially is short, addicting, catchy, and in constant innovation. It's constantly trying to outdo itself and reinvent itself. The last part of this article talks about how rock has failed to make any decent impact in the current social debates, especially in the age of Trump, where it's particularly heated. I remember the days of anti-flag and Green Day shouting anti-war and anti-Bush slogans, but I feel like this has taken a step back in rock today. Mainstream rock has somewhat been drained of its political aspect. Sure, there are still plenty of political rock bands out there, but they're not at the forefront of social commentary like some rappers are. That's not to say that rock is meaningless or irrelevant, it's just that rap is more relatable in this aspect. Like I said earlier in the video, rap provides a more day-to-day social critique than rock music, partly due to the way it's released. In conclusion, I think Mark Weingarten and I are on the same page. For sure, rock music's not dead, but it's just has taken a step back from the spotlight it's been holding for the past 60 years. Will rock someday make a comeback? I sure hope so. But don't forget that rock is still very much alive with innovative bands pushing their respective genres. I mean, like you have Rivers of Nile completely changing the death metal game. You have tons of new bands coming out that are doing things completely different and breaking all the norms. Maybe we just have to wait for a giant rock band to dominate the music scene again to get rock rolling again. Until then, rock will never hit the masses like it once did. That's basically my 2 cents on this article and the whole sort of rap rock debate. Anyways, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it. I don't know, if you disliked it, be sure to dislike it. Send me heinous DMs on my Instagram and my Twitter. Links are conveniently down below. And that's all for me today. I'll see you guys next time.